Turning now to hot ads of the week with senior political producers Rob Hendin and Jill Jackson. This week's ads have gotten some national attention. Rob and Jill have kept a close eye on them and their impact. Midterms now less than a month away. Let's get to it with Christine O'Donnell's now infamous "I'm not a witch."
I'm nothing you've heard. I'm you. None of us are perfect, but none of us can be happy with what we see all around us. Politicians who think spending, trading favors, and backroom deals are the ways to stay in office. I'll go to Washington and do what you'd do. I'm Christine O'Donnell, and I approve this message. I'm you.
So, Jill, does that take the onus off of Christine's having said on Bill Maher years ago that she dabbled in witchcraft?
Well, it's funny. You don't hear a lot about witchcraft on the campaign trail, but Christine O'Donnell was hounded by reporters after that came out, and she said, I was in high school. Everyone did something crazy in high school. But here she flat out says it. It's kind of funny. But really this ad hits on a couple of other things. There's the anti-Washington, anti-spending Tea Party message that we've become so familiar with, and she is definitely a Tea Party-supported candidate. But then there's also the I'm you theme, which she's running with in a couple of ads now. She's trying to turn some of her negatives into positives. Democrats have been hitting her on being fiscally irresponsible. They say that they point to a federal complaint against her for using campaign funds on herself, and she's trying to say, look, I'm you. I struggle financially. I've got these problems. And she's really just trying to humanize herself.
In other words, if I can't balance my checkbook, neither can you.
Right. But she can be fiscally responsible in Washington, is what she's saying.
All right. Our second ad comes from West Virginia in support of Republican candidate for Senate John Racy. But it's caused a lot of controversy because of the way it portrays West Virginians as hicks.
Obama's messing things up.
Spending money we don't have. Stimulus, Obamacare.
Yeah, and Joe Manchin supported it all.
Joe's not bad as governor, but when he's with Obama.
Yeah, he turns into Washington Joe.
And Washington Joe does whatever Obama wants.
Yeah, well, we better keep Joe Manchin right here in West Virginia.
Away from Washington.
Yeah, it's the only way we're going to stop Obama.
The National Republican Senatorial Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
All right, Rob Hendon, this ad isn't running anymore. Tell us why.
Well, this is an instance where an ad can backfire on a campaign and a candidate. The National Republicans put this ad out. Joe Manchin is a popular governor, but he's in a very tight race for Senate. And the issue is when the one gentleman who's dressed in a trucker hat, giving the hicky blue-collar look that they were looking for when they casted the ad, says right here in West Virginia. Well, he's sitting in Philadelphia. That ad was filmed at the Oregon Diner at 3rd and Oregon Streets in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And some people on the other side have come up and figured this out. They've come up with a casting call, which called for the hicky blue-collar look. They suggested some of these actors, as those gentlemen were jeans, work boots, and flannel shirts. So you have a guy who's trying to say he's the real West Virginian. The Republicans come in and run an ad with fake West Virginians. And then when this comes out, it looks like they're really not holding the real West Virginia population in too high of regard. So it's backfired. The Republicans have pulled the ad from the air, but it's still getting some play.
All right, Rob Hendon, Jill Jackson. A couple of weeks to go. We should get some real doozies by the time the campaign is over, right?
Stay tuned. They're getting more and more negative as the weeks go by, too.
Can't wait.